but I really think he was more of a victim in this situation.
He jerked him off, for God's sake.
I know what you're saying, but we've all been there, Brian.
Abducted his daughter.
Not yet.
He jerked him off.
I know, but not yet. She wasn't abducted yet. But yes, but here is the problem is.
Wait, which problem? Because there's so many.
Yeah, there's so many problems. They're all problems.
But
everybody.
You kidnap and then, I mean, and you're just like so like upset, and you think, okay, when he then blackmails you to say that you let her go and blah 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 blah, and you can't even think a half move ahead, I have huge problems. He manipulates the fact and writes this affidavit to send to have him like basically sign away and say that he never kidnapped the girl in the first place. And has a meeting with him saying, if you don't sign this, then I'm going to tell everyone about your secrets. Okay, dude, when someone says something like that, they have to tell themselves, and you know what? In this day and age, it's coming out. So if anyone wants to blackmail you, thank you, Bezos. Like, just come out and tell it yourself, Kevin Hart. You save so much money and heartache if you just tell them yourself. Just tell them yourself. Don't let anyone blackmail you. Number one. Number two, community ended up hating you anyway, because when you took it back, like all these people's hearts were broken that you they were saying you kind of lied. And so the same thing you were afraid of already happened.
So I'm going to go back to synopsisizing your synopsis.
Mm-hmm.
He kidnapped the daughter, kept her for multiple days. And here's the kicker for me on that. The parents didn't report it for 5 days. The daughter's been gone. Like, we didn't want to rustle feathers. Kiss my ass, bitch. Your kid is gone with an adult man. Like, are you serious right now, honey?
Yes.
Like, that blew my mind.
Cassie,
up until that point, that was the most mind-blowing part.
So for all the people that have not watched this yet, why should they see this?
Because if you are an intelligent person and questioning having children, this is why you need to have children. Because if all of these other people exist that are procreating like rabbits, I'm
feeling targeted. I feel like that's a targeted statement.
Cassie doesn't feel very safe right now. It's not a safe place.
We are owing humanity. I mean,
it's just, so for me, I'm okay. So we have to take a few things into consideration, right? The era, that point in time, again, the agents admitted that pedophilia was not a known thing. That's also when Mindhunter came out and they're starting to do all the research around serial killers and how they think and what comes to fruition there. So the era was different. They were of Mormon religion, which, bring on the hate mail. I don't care. You can say things about my practices as well. But honestly, there's some shielding from certain levels of society that are not processed the same way to Mormon people as they are to people outside of that religion. Like, they're just not. So you have two things there. And then thirdly, I think they're both very, very special people. We'll just say that. So all those things accumulated together, put them in the pot, sister, add some heat. I think they're perfect victims for someone like this. What's his name? The pedophile guy. I don't even remember his name. He's awful. Yeah, B, his name. He saw that opportunity and took it to the full extent. You know what I mean? Like, it was like it was a beautiful disaster is what that was for him.
So I get where there could be some instances up into day 2 of the kidnapping. I can say, I get it. After that, and after you're manipulated to drop the charges,
and after your daughter's married this,
not
that
yet.
Was on the
not yet. That hasn't happened
yet. Hold on, we're getting there.
Then you fuck him. That is where I'm like, bitch, I see the pain in your eyes. I see the glassiness where something's not checking in, but I see the pain in your eyes, and I'm like, it's your damn fault.
We're talking about the pain in the eyes. I also see when she talks about that moment where she's like, it was a very exciting time for me to be having this affair. She still lights up. She's not ashamed. She lights up. Gabe's like, person is like, look at her face. She's still enjoying this moment. Oh, fucking loving it.
Who was that again? Was that Gabe or was that Carson? Which one was
Carson.
it?
Oh, I was Carson. Yeah, I was talking about my car gauge.
Okay.
Tires checked. Carson noted this. So he's like, she's still in love with this guy. Like, this is fucking twisted. Anyway, Jenny, what were you saying?
Yeah. So that was my number one where I'm like, you're a bad friend. And now, like, you've seen how evil he has been. So this, like, no. And I think it said, like, they can continue their thing over 8 months.
Yeah, she saw him 11 times. It was within the year. I think it was like 8 or 9 months, but I remember it saying 11 times he slept with her, or she slept with him, whatever. And then the daughter was visited 9 times within that 11 times. So there's that.
All right. So I 100% never blame the child, obviously.
Nope,
and the
obviously.
fact that he like had to up the ante with the alien speaker box, that
was impressive. That was impressive.
Awesome, but
that was some crafty. Yeah, that was some crafty work there he did.
So I blame the mother, and then I'm like looking at the dad, and I understand that was going to come out, but I'm sitting here watching the documentary, and if I'm going to support my daughter's cause, I'm not saying shit about that. Like, I'm forgetting that ever happened. That's
never happened. Not me. Not this guy.
I'm taking that shit to the grave. Like,
what, Handy's in the desert? Nope, never did that. Ever.
And he's like, I'm going to tell the truth. Well, then why didn't you tell the truth if you're, such an honest person? Why didn't...
Real life, though, I have to...
Wait. You're giving this dude a handy in the desert or wherever the fuck it was.
Yeah, I picture the desert.
But you're still letting him hang out around your kids. No, I do not blame the mom. I mean, I understand all that kind of stuff. That dad just should not have procreated. He should not.
Yeah, the dad is. I mean, he's absolutely to blame. I think the mom is the biggest instigator. But I felt there was a moment where I felt just. And
she got duped just like everybody else.
Yeah, but when the dad admits this, and he catches himself after like the 5 seconds after he's talking about this, you can see he's just a broken person. Like, he's so broken, he doesn't know.
Yeah, but that's just you feeling bad for him.
I know.
I understand, like we're all going to pick our sides on this, but like, I'm coming from the male side of it. That guy is a worthless human being. I'm sorry. Absolutely his fault.
I think so. He's a passive, worthless human being, but she, the mom, she's a proactive, worthless human being. She sent her daughter on a plane for the second kidnapping. She sent her there because she was afraid she's going to go on her own. So she's like, here, boo, here's a ticket. Go have fun. Go fuck the neighbor.
Yeah, technically there's 3 because she sent it to the plane. You're right. Exactly. Again. And he's like, I was furious to find this out. Da, 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 da.
Yeah. Yeah.
Honey, like, there's furious. And then there's like, bitch, I'm getting on a plane. I'm going to get my daughter. And at this point, then she's a teenager and yeah, I don't blame her. You can't argue like, oh, she came straight into the home and walked back to her bedroom. And I'm like,
what the fuck was that about? Like,
I'd be walking straight to the bedroom too.
They act so lackadaisical about that whole scene. Like, I felt like I wanted more unpacked there of like what the parents were thinking and like more of what happened in that moment. And they're just like, bedroom. And that was it. I wanted so much more. I wanted more.
This isn't going to be popular, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Oh, no.
Had he just waited till she was 18, he was going to get the hottest of the sisters.
Oh
well, God. For sure. But he didn't want the 18-year-old. He wanted the 12-year-old, Jeannie.
I know.
Yeah, you're missing the whole
a woman's body. Yeah, a woman's body is not what he was going after. He was going after a child.
He went after all of the bodies.
Well, yeah, but...
You know who I liked most in the entire thing?
Who?
His brother.
His brother had the best lines in the whole...
His brother was like, literally, he sounded dumber than anybody else on the whole show, but the bastard had it figured out from like day one.
Yeah, he always
like, I don't know why the hell you're letting you hang out with these kids. I know the fucker was a pervert.
He always liked his little girls. Yep, that's just me.
He sounded like the guy from Sling Blade.
It's so weird.
Give me some French fried taters.
Well, then he's like, but then he also helped orchestrate like the blackmail too.
Okay, wait, I'm missing that moment.
Like there was a moment where he was like, if you don't drop the charges or if you don't do this, he's gonna do something, or maybe it was against the wife. I can't remember. I'll watch it with Vince again.
Yeah, I should probably watch it as well.
Why? I don't know why I want to watch it again.
I don't ever want to watch it ever again.
Okay.
Maybe it's one of those shows where you might have missed something, but I feel like you're just perplexed the whole time. You're in hyper processing.
I don't want to tell people not to watch this because it absolutely is fascinating.
You should watch it. Yeah, watch it.
Everybody sucks. The whole world sucks.
To know that things like this happen, like everyone thinks it's not real, that those things don't actually happen or happen to people they know maybe. But these people exist and they're willing to go on a documentary to talk about it. And these people, I can't imagine what their lives are like right now after this got released and the whole world is talking about it.
This is what it's like. The daughter can't do probably she's obviously rattled. So she gets the book. They're like, this is a way for us to get a source of income because you fucked my life. So then, hey, guess what? We're gonna also give this story out. Mom and dad who have screwed my life out, you're gonna help me out, right? I mean, maybe that's not exactly how it went. Anyway, okay. So we spent a lot of time on that. And so
I have one more question. Wait, I have one more question.
Yep, go for it.
Do you think during that interview or this series of interviews, the mom was wearing a brown wig?
Yeah, I think she...
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I think she was sick.
Gabe's like, what's wrong with her hair? And I'm like, it's a wig, honey. He's like, what? Really? Why? And I'm like, I don't know.
I'm so glad you guys finally got to the really important question.
No,
yeah, I mean, it bugged me the whole time.
Because she was seen with like really, really, really white hair. Oh, here we go. Carson, what is he doing?
Carson is trying to creep into the room right now.
Oh.
What do you want? He goes, I heard my real name. He was creeping in to see if we needed him. I heard my real name.
He's so cute. So I think they showed her signing something when they were doing the book stuff, and she had white hair.
Right, and she had the white hair.
Mm-hmm. I think she probably got sick, and I still don't feel bad for you. Die however you're gonna die, woman. She's
done
I'm sorry,
enough.
Brian.
She has done enough. She's done enough, honestly. Like, time to move into the next body. Like, just let that spirit rock out. You've done enough in this one.
I may be secretly taking all this time so I can avoid talking about my talk with my daughter.
I kind of like it. Let's you're a procrastinator, much like myself.
Yeah. I've got another quick weird obsession. The female from Gone Girl, Rosamund Pike.
Okay. Yeah.
I can remember. So somehow Instagram matched of what I wanted to look at, and it showed a picture of her. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that doesn't really that kind of looks like the chick from Gone Girl, but not really. I have never found an Instagram page where you look and the chick is not just like in the awesome like makeup of actors, like sci-fi makeup or anything like that. Just like natural makeup could look like multiple people.
Really?
Yes. And it got me on a rabbit hole of looking. So a couple of things when I'm not going to like spoiler alert anything, but this page has 138,000 followers.
Okay. That's pretty good.
It is. It's not her page.
It's her fan page?
It's a fan page, her German fan page.
Her German? Is she German?
I looked into that too. No, she's from the UK.
That's weird. Okay.
It's
okay.
puzzling.
Is her husband German?
I don't know. It's puzzling. I'm going to dive a little bit more, but I will share that. And I want you to look because either she's like an amazing actor or it's like the first bipolar Instagram account ever found. Like it's interesting. So So check that
That's
out.
interesting. Yeah. I wonder what the connections are there.
Cass, any weird obsessions that you're going through?
So this is just a recent thing of today. Someone mentioned a hairless owl to me, and